Yep, hello there. Right before you is Brian Antonio Tattoo, a BAT student, he is second semester, year two, a student of University of St. Joseph's in Barara, and I'm here to basically present a project titled Student Registration Management System. Okay, well, so when I look at the background, so with the increased development of computer systems all over the globe and their new uses such as deleting, updating, and storing institutional information, I was kind of obliged to come up with a student records management system that could be suitable for the university. And the vision was simply to provide something more progressive and expandable information service to the staff of the university. When it comes to the problem statement, as I did my research, I realized that they were using a manual file-based system, and of course, with manual file-based systems, it comes along with shortcomings like data dependency, duplication of records. It is not fast enough. It occupies a lot of space, and with this system, it is going to be in position to reduce and ultimately solves some of the problems that are associated with a manual data entry system. My objectives were basically to identify limitations of the current manual file system. It will also reduce on costs, especially on stationery. It will also reduce on data redundancy, improve on real-time access to information, because you're using a PC and you want access, you can simply search for records uniquely using primary keys. It will also improve on these university's academic administration processes, which will also give time to staff members to engage in other core activities like lecturing, teaching, and research, and ultimately also improve job conditions for the staff. And functionality, we're required to use IDE of our choice, and in my case here NetBeans with Java, and it will be linked with Microsoft Access database. And basically these are the functions that we'll be doing. To be updating, to be inserting, to be deleting records, to be searching for records, it will also be displaying records. When you look at my screenshots here, I took a screenshot of the Java graphical user interface of the login page, and also the records that are linked with in Microsoft Access, that whenever I feed in information, it is directly linked and also reflects in the my database, which is of course Access. The significance of this project is basically to provide more flexible of communicating with the staff of the university, and also it will also help create a big bond relationship within staff. And ultimately, I think this is the biggest highlight, that will increase productivity of the employees at work. This is fast and tidy. I mean, fast as in it's a computer-based system, and tidy is that you don't have to litter around files and filing them in rooms and stuff. So you simply access this information efficiently and remotely on your machine. So if we can jump into the system NetBeans and run the project. Of course, this is my login page, and of course when I enter the wrong password, it doesn't give me the privilege to penetrate. But if I enter the right credentials, that means I'm given a chance to enter into the system. So my username is basically Atwine Brian Tattoo, and my password is of course is my reg number, which is 18 stroke bit stroke 012 stroke. So if I enter the wrong password, I'll definitely get an error message. But if I'm to enter the correct one, I should be in position to successfully log in. Okay, there we go. We've actually entered into the system, and like I said, some of the functionality, some of the features that this system will be doing is to delete records, display reports, submit, edit, view, clear, and also search for records. So let me give an example. If I thought I wanted to maybe delete job, I simply enter the reg number on 8 stroke deep stroke 004 stroke weekend program, and I say delete. So realize that I've already deleted job. If I want to make an edit or update or whatever, let me select on Asman and Robert, and maybe I missed up one name, Robert Adams, and I say edit. To have edited, and you can realize there's an edit right there. So if one maybe clear this and insert new records, or maybe submit new records, clear this, maybe enter an ID of 2018 slash bit slash 013 slash weekend program, and name I can have Amina Navagirika, and phone number 78 religion Muslim, address Kachika, and as you submit, you realize you will have submitted successfully, and we shall have right here with all the records in play. Yeah, well, Madam, you had asked that we could briefly talk about our code, and so I just wanted to show you the connectivity between my database, between Java and my database access. Okay. Alright then. Okay, this line here basically provides the connectivity between Java and my database name, which is of course exam system.accdb. So that line there basically provides us the connection between Java and my database. So whenever I feed in information, it can be reflected in the database. And could also briefly talk about conditional statements. Yeah, this is an example of a conditional statement that if let me say I entered the wrong, if I entered the correct condition, it should enter this, should display submitted successfully. But if I enter the wrong code, it is going to show failed to submit or something like error. So the conditional statements basically gives you more of Boolean values to something that is either true or false. But for my case here, I've decided to use submitted successfully if you enter the right credentials, and for false it is failed to submit. We talk about exceptions. Okay, well, exceptions come in here especially when you make errors, which are displayed here whenever you make errors. So basically an exception is an event which occurs during the execution of a program that disrupts the normal flow of the program. So if I enter code that is not correct, it will display errors here, and that's what we call exceptions, because it's basically